Is to present our hospitality winners for the third quarter. These hospitality workers demonstrate the world-class hospitality that is the cornerstone of the Las Vegas experience. Today, we will recognize Lisa Dubenmeyer, concierge at Crockford's Las Vegas, and Domingo Lopez, assistant general manager at Spago at Bellagio. Please turn your attention to the screen and learn more about Lisa.
Hospitality and customer service are the cornerstones of the Las Vegas experience. Crockford's Las Vegas concierge, Lisa Dubenmeyer, brings those values to life for her guests, creating lasting connections that encourage them to come back again and again. From creating touch points with guests before they even arrive, to arranging customized surprises in their rooms, Lisa ensures every experience is seamless and memorable.
The recognition of being valued from the moment you arrive to the property is truly crucial, and we strive to do that every single day at Crockford's Las Vegas.
Lisa inspires her team to exceed guests' expectations and anticipate their needs throughout their stay. As a member of Le Clé d'Or, an elite network of world-class concierges, Lisa exemplifies service excellence, but with a personal touch that resonates beyond checkout. Lisa ensures each guest feels valued and cared for. When a young girl left her beloved teddy bear behind, Lisa went above and beyond to make its return magical. After working with several departments to find the bear, she orchestrated photos of the bear's adventures around the resort before sending it home.
I think that's what hospitality is for me. It's being able to make a difference and assist people because I want to and not because I have to. We love being a part of everyone's journey here at Las Vegas.
The LVCVA congratulates Lisa on being named a hospitality hero.
Please join me in congratulating Lisa Dubenmeyer.
We're gonna do a few pictures right here. And one more for balloons.
And now we invite Lisa's colleague and her husband to join for a group photo.
Perfect. And we'll look right here. We're gonna do a few for blinks. And one last one.
And now we'll learn more about our second winner, Domingo Lopez.
With its decades-long legacy, Spago at Bellagio Resort and Casino is more than a dining destination on the iconic Las Vegas Strip. It's an institution.
All right, hello everybody.
Through his warmth, leadership, and attention to detail, Assistant General Manager Domingo Lopez creates moments that make guests feel valued from the minute they arrive.
I think hospitality is what connects us, and people might come, for the food, but they will definitely come back because of how you make them feel. That's the basic of hospitality. People who actually want to provide a nice experience, and Domingo is one of them.
Domingo mentors his team with compassion and empowers them to make every guest interaction memorable. He also elevated Spago's beverage program, creating innovative craft cocktails and implementing wine and spirits educational sessions for his team members.
One thing that I always do is ask questions. Hi, welcome to Spago. If they celebrate any special events or if they have any dietary restrictions. And then from there you get information and then you make sure that then you go way and beyond to actually make that memory be forever.
Through his authenticity, Domingo has fostered a culture where both guests and team members feel supported. From delivering world-class service to celebrating special occasions, Domingo makes a lasting impact on everyone who steps inside the restaurant.
So it's very important to us that all our guests, they receive that luxury, memorable experience.
The LVCPA congratulates Domingo on being named a hospitality hero.
Congratulations, Domingo.
All right, let's get together. Here we are. And one last one.
And we invite Domingo's colleagues to come and join him.
Okay, so right here, please. And two more.
That concludes the Hospitality Heroes presentation, and we congratulate our winners.
Now, Mr. Yost will move to the first of our presentations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. They say fashion fades, but style is eternal. And at Magic Las Vegas, trends weren't just strutting, they were runway ahead. The must-attend market for retailers, buyers, and stylists. Magic stitched together the most comprehensive selection of apparel, footwear, and accessories in today's fashion world. It's where the industry literally threads the needle on the future of fashion. No hemming or hawing there. Attendees zipped through exclusive collection launches, buttoned up deals with top brands and suppliers, and tailored their networks to fit like a glove. From the runway to the mat, this next event was no sleeper hold. At Jiu-Jitsu Con, handshakes were swapped for takedowns in the world's largest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu celebration. Fans grappled with excitement as competitors of all ages rolled out their best moves. Between matches, attendees locked in knowledge from world-renowned instructors and tapped into the latest gear, apparel, nutrition, and more. No kidding, this event was no joke. Switching gears from fight belts to tool belts, the Public Services Career Fair rolled out the red tape, but cut it quickly. Clark County brought together 40 local and state government agencies throughout southern Nevada. Thousands of job seekers got the chance to meet recruiters, pin down opportunities, and get a real inside look at career paths in public service. For many, it was less about red tape, more about golden opportunities. Finally, let's rally behind something kind of a big deal. Yes, the Carvana PPA Tour. Pickleball fever hit the Las Vegas Strip, lighting up the convention center as one of 25 stops on the 2025 PPA Tour. Hosted by the Professional Pickleball Association, the sport's biggest stars relished the chance to smash the competition.
Pickles, yeah, thank you.
Thank you for laughing. No laughing matter is the progress that's being made on our Phase 3 renovation project in the legacy buildings. Here you see the Grand Lobby progress is really spectacular, and some of us have had a chance to peek at it recently. It will be a remarkable change to our campus with the amount of natural light coming into this gateway of the north and central halls once it opens. Concrete's being poured, preparing for the guest access and entryway into the main lobby. And the plaza extension on out to the Boring Company stations is being completed as well. On the right-hand side there, you see the work being done on the indoor walkway, and as a reminder, this will, for the first time in the campus's history, allow an attendee in an event to walk entirely indoors from one end of our campus to the other. In the blockhouse meeting rooms, the carpet has been laid, the walls have been painted, new lighting is in. It looks like a brand new facility. Here's another shot at that central hall connector. Glazing is being put in place with the final panels being done in very short order, having that space ready for folks to begin to walk through shortly. The grand lobby terrazzo floor is being prepared, and on the photo on the right you get a sneak peek at what that will look like as guests enter into this new grand lobby space. In the grand concourse outside of the central halls, carpet is being installed. Here you get a great look at the new lighting and new paint, as well as that area is freshened up. And here is the drone's eye view. Thank you. And shifting gears, putting my sports hat on for a second, we are less than 8 weeks away from the Las Vegas HBCU Classic. It's a great opportunity for Las Vegas to continue to cement its role as the sports capital of the world. Here to tell us a bit more about the upcoming Classic is Piper Overstreet-White, the Senior Vice President of Government and Community Relations for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, and outstanding LVCVA staff. I know you're aware, but you've got some world-class folks here, so I really appreciate working with them. Before I get started, I want to thank you for giving me a few moments of the meeting today to update you on this event, but I have to acknowledge that we are coming off a season opening win against the New England Patriots. Go Raiders! As I'm here today as a Raider, but also as a proud HBCU alumna and excited football fan. I'd also like to recognize a few other folks here from the planning team. Gene Tenner, SVP of Event Marketing and Ticketing for TKO. Thank you for being here, Gene. He's a busy guy. If you haven't heard, we have a big fight coming up, so appreciate his time, and also him lending his time to the marketing committee for the Classic. I'd also like to recognize Sam Grimes, owner of Saint Public Relations. She's here today, and she is part of the planning and PR team for this effort. As you saw on the screen, the inaugural Las Vegas HBCU Classic is set to take place Saturday, October 25th at Allegiant Stadium. The event is made possible by you, LVCVA, Allegiant Stadium, the Las Vegas Raiders, ASM Global, Position Sports, and Russ Potts Productions. With tickets starting at just $65, fans can watch Grambling State University take on Jackson State University on the football field and also be treated to the unmatched energy of HBCU culture when two of the nation's most iconic marching bands, the world-famed Tiger Marching Band and the Sonic Boom of the South, battled out at halftime on the field. I can speak from experience, truly a treat. Please make yourself available if you can come and enjoy the bands. And if you haven't seen it already, please allow me to share this spot currently running on Fox 5 and in-game at Allegiant Stadium at all of our games leading up to October.
This fall, history hits the Strip. It's the inaugural Las Vegas HBCU Classic. Saturday, October 25th at the iconic Allegiant Stadium. Grambling State University goes head-to-head with Jackson State University on the football field. But it's more than a game. It's a celebration of HBCU culture and Vegas energy all weekend long. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and be part of history in the making.
There will be no shortage of activities throughout the weekend in true HBCU Classic fashion. Starting on Friday, October 24th, The Raiders will be hosting a Raiders Junior Training Camp at Intermountain Health Performance Center. Local middle school flag teams will have a really special opportunity to come run through flag football drills at Raiders HQ with special guests from Jackson State football team and special guests from the Raiders. Really excited about that. I have the pleasure and privilege of helping to oversee our flag football program, which at this point is up over 5,000 kids. So I'm really proud of that effort, and they're going to have a good time that weekend as well. On Friday at 4 p.m., there will be an HBCU-style pep rally on Fremont Street at the 3rd Street stage. Cheerleaders, dancers, mascots will be present, and it's free and open to the public. Friday at 7 p.m., the official GSU and JSU alumni mixer will take place at Mariposa Casino and Cocktails. It's a local MBE-run restaurant and lounge located at 2575 South Decatur Boulevard. Excited about that. And of course, there's game day, October 25th. And before kickoff at 3 p.m., there will be a powerful performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing that will set the tone for a really unforgettable day. So please come out and join us. And then Sunday, in the HBCU Classic tradition, the official gospel brunch will take place at Resorts World. The event is being organized by representatives across our church community. It's being chaired by Kim Foote, Director of Music for Victory Missionary Baptist Church. Marketing and promotion, community engagement, we are working with a host of local, regional, and national advocacy groups, including Jack and Jill of America, the Coalition of 100 Black Men and Women, the National Pan-Hellenic Council, and a host of student organizations. Currently, there are game ads running on Google and Meta. Radio spots advertising the game are set to run on KCEP Power 88.1 FM here locally, 92.3 in LA, and nationally syndicated radio show, The Breakfast Club. The broadcast commercial that I just showed, as I mentioned, will be featured in stadium during all Raiders home games leading up to the HBCU Classic. There's a promotion occurring across Black Greek Letter Organization, otherwise known as the Divine Nine. Currently, there is a UNLV student promotion running following a successful back-to-school ticket promotion. And we have over 40 local and national media credentialed for the game. So there's a lot of excitement around it. For more information, people can visit www.allegiantstadium.com. You can follow LV HBCU Classic on Instagram, Facebook, and X. We'll be promoting all the things I mentioned today on those channels. And if you have further inquiries, please email sports@lvcva.com. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Piper. Appreciate you being here. Mr. Chairman, that ends my report.
Ms. Wick.
Good morning. Let's see. There we go. All right. As you all know, we launched a brand new campaign last week, and I'd like to spend a little time today highlighting portions of the campaign, as well as the strategy behind it. Beginning with timing. So on the heels of a soft travel summer across the U.S. and what seemed like a campaign of an especially negative narrative against Las Vegas in the summer months, the need was to help change the narrative for the destination, keep Vegas top of mind in a positive light. And so we launched our campaign last week. Unfortunately, we did get off to a bit of a rough start with a few local loud voices became the dominant voice locally. But what I want to provide context on is how the campaign is landing in the broader context. So while we had some negativity locally, we had 300 articles and news coverages pick up the news of the campaign launch last week. In total, there were just over 300 articles. 24 were slanted positive, 291 were neutral, meaning they just outlined the details of the campaign, typically of how news reporting goes. And then there were 5 negative. Of the 5 negative, 4 of them were here locally, which was disappointing in our own backyard when we're trying to rally the troops to lean in to change the narrative of the destination. The local negativity leaned into multiple themes. I read every single article, I read every single social post, I read every single comment. And for context, because it's important to listen to those voices locally as well as the voices of our consumer, that's what we do all the time. And for context, the themes were blended around value, price, being tone deaf, not leaning into value. But context is less than 3% of the total conversation is negative. And so I want to focus on that, and that is being driven locally. And so I want to step back, make sure that we're not in an echo chamber, that we're looking broadly at what our visitors are saying. And in fact, that is what we do day in and day out at the LVCVA, is we consistently have research in market, making sure we've got a finger on the pulse of the consumer, of our visitors, of the potential travelers, making sure that we're connecting with them. So, in fact, we did test our campaign prior to launch. As we do, we constantly have all of our ads that are live. We test them, making sure that they're resonating, making sure that they're landing in market. The ad performance metrics for the Welcome to Fabulous TV spot ranked it historically among the best brand spots tested with our visitors. Overall, favorability was 87%. We dove into making sure that this resonated with them. This makes them want to travel to Las Vegas. This shows the energy and the excitement of Las Vegas. So all positive across the board. So super exciting. Also worth noting that we continue to test our ads as they're live, as they're flighting, as they're airtime. This past weekend, our scores actually went up a point, so 88% favorability. So really positive around the audiences we are trying to reach, so our out-of-market potential travelers for the destination. So, all that said, I do want to lean in and share with you the campaign because I'm really excited about it, and it is getting positive traction with our visitors, which is where we are focused. So, it is very much an integrated campaign. We launched it this past Thursday with NFL kickoff to ensure that we launched it with weight, reaching a broad U.S. adult audience. There's sort of 3 prongs to the campaign. There's our brand messaging, there's value messaging, there's experiential messaging, and experiential marketing aspects of it. I will highlight a few of those for you guys today. But let's talk about the foundation of the campaign. We rooted the campaign in this, our fabulous Welcome to Las Vegas sign. This sign, you guys know it, it's 65 years old, but it is more iconic and resonates today, has greater awareness than any other asset in our portfolio, so we leaned into this hard. It's not just a welcome sign, it is our greeting from the most spectacular city on earth that is promising to our visitors of the experience they can expect when they come here. Hospitality is at the heart of what this destination does. You saw it with the employees that we're recognizing, and how timely is that? That is the culture of this destination. That is what makes this place so spectacular, is those one-to-one experiences. So we are highlighting that in this campaign, and we are highlighting the fact that this is a city that puts a smile on your face and your jaw on the floor with every single experience. That is what we do, that is what we deliver. It is spectacular and it is fabulous. So let me show you some of the work. This was the commercial that ran.
Is this what life is meant to be? Could there be something more for me? I'm just a little curious. Is there something more fabulous? I need something to chase, something to melt this face. I need lost space. It's too much and never enough. Oh, welcome to fabulous. It's spectacular, outrageous, impossible stuff. Don't stop and yell, welcome to fabulous. I think this trip is good for my brain. Stay out tonight, you'll sleep on the plane. A world of absurd, a place to combust. This is Las Vegas. Welcome to fabulous.
So leaning into the energy, the excitement, the vibrancy, the escape the escape that everybody needs more than ever in current society, right? Like that's what we sell. We sell fun, we sell escape, and that's what resonated when we tested this spot. The other thing that we are leaning into heavy on this is the iconic lights, the neon of Las Vegas, because that has become the symbol of what this destination is, the vibrancy, the excitement. So you're gonna see that in a lot of the work that I'm gonna show you. One of the things that we all know in looking at the spot is we filmed at some of the most iconic and best values in this destination, across the destination. So we hacked our own commercial intentionally. We showcased across website and across social some of these great value accessible deals that you can find every single day in Las Vegas. And we did that across social.
Okay, Venetian Canals in Vegas, classic. I'll give you some gondol do's and gondol don'ts. Okay, first off, gondol do, book after 7 p.m. It's $29, it's cheaper, great value. Gondol don't shimmy a ton. She's doing like a light shimmy, which is okay. I did like a ton of shimmying, and he got mad at me. But, I mean, it's okay. It's on me, really. So that's my gondol do's and gondol don'ts of Vegas.
We have a whole, a whole series of those, just not taking ourselves too seriously, having fun. We deliver fun and great values at every
I found
price.
6 of the best value hacks in downtown Las Vegas. You can't miss the free Downtown Rocks concert series happening now through October. And the Viva Vision Light Show takes place every night on Fremont Street from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. But wait, do you see that? Prime rib for only $15.99 at Fremont Casino. And from 9 to 11 p.m. you can take advantage of their $17.99 lobster. Then right next to it at the Plaza Hotel, they have $15 pickleball lessons with open play on the weekends. And don't forget about their free fireworks show every Friday night until the end of the month.
I found the best value at Circus Las Vegas, starting with slots of fun with dollar point slots that are super nostalgic and satisfying. A free amusement park quality water slide tower open from 12 to 5 every day for hotel guests. Free circus acts in the midway every hour, and while you're inside the world's largest permanent circus, try your hand at carnival games. Most are $1, but there's even a daily arcade happy hour with 50% off games, but still 100% of the prizes. With all this fun we're having, you're gonna have to rip the brunch buffet for $29.95 and kids $24.95. There's tons of comfort options to load up your plates with. And by the way, self-parking is always free.
I think for those that say there's not a good value or deal in Las Vegas, they're not looking very hard, and you don't actually have to look very hard. On top of that, upon launch on Thursday, we did a TikTok top view takeover. We had 2 pieces of content that we showed in rotation 50-50. In total, we had 34 million views across both of these pieces of both of these videos, and they drove over 1 million clicks directly to our deals page on visitlasvegas.com, which I'm going to show you as well too. But here are those 2 different videos we ran on launch.
Something to melt this face. I need Las Vegas. It's too much and never enough. Oh, welcome to fabulous. It's spectacular, outrageous, impossible stuff. You'll stop and yell, welcome to fabulous. I think this trip is good for my brain. Stay out tonight, you'll sleep on the plane. A world of absurd, a place to combust. This is Las Vegas. Welcome to fabulous.
Those were the pre-production views, which is why there's no comments or hearts or likes. In the real live views, it's very popular, very well received. So really excited about the performance of those. And there's just no shortage of content in this town. It's not all about value, it's about showcasing the broad breadth and depth of experiences that our property partners and our experiential partners offer. We get to put a spotlight on the amazing things that happen across this destination, and there is no shortage of content for us to do that with. In addition to launch day, we worked with all of our property partners up and down the strip, across the destination, really leaning into the neon, the lights, the excitement that this campaign will deliver for our visitors, welcoming everybody in market, packaging this up, filming it, pushing it across social, giving it to media to push out on B-roll, showcasing the excitement that this destination gets behind when we launch anything. It's so fantastic. Let me keep going. We partnered with our newest resident, Ashton from the Raiders, showcasing what a fabulous Las Vegas experience means for him. And GQ, so
I might be new here. One thing I do know is that there's no other city like this one. There's so much to do and so much to see. And with my game-changing style, I fit right in. I'm all about living to the fullest, and this city is the perfect place for me. I'm ready to light it up. So if you are too, come to Las Vegas.
A big part of our strategy has always been to lean into others, showcasing the experience and what it means for them. It was fantastic to use Ashton, again, our newest resident, our new Raiders player, to feature what Vegas is for him as well. And it's timely because what you will see on our first home game on Monday night is we are unveiling this brand new installation, the Tunnel Walk. A big thank you to Mark Davis and Sandra Douglas Morgan for letting us take over what was a dreary entrance for our players that gets captured on national media. We're giving it a sort of Vegas-worthy makeover, if you will. And it actually got debuted this weekend by UNLV, where they had their own home game. But a lot of fun social content just naturally came out of that. And so these are the types of installations. When I say we're taking neon nationally into the world, this is what we're doing, and you're gonna see this pop up all over, including in New York. So right now, that top window, I actually have a better one, hold on, here it is. This is live in New York. This was filmed on a friend's phone, so it's pretty low res. But it is this spectacular, jaw-dropping sort of mix of new, old Vegas, the lights, the neon, the excitement. That is what we are doing. We are showing up in big, high-impact ways, making sure that we are keeping Vegas top of mind in that spectacular fashion. It is not just in New York, it is in digital across the US. Here's a spectacular unit in LA, here's another one in LA. We are actually creating a neon-like board on Sunset Boulevard that is being installed right now, so I don't have a picture of it. But again, just welcoming the world to Las Vegas, and the fun aspect of it that I clicked by is our neon actually animates and it flickers. And so the WEL on welcome flickers to also have a very fun call to action of come to fabulous Las Vegas. So we are welcoming them and inviting them at the exact same time. We know, I talked a lot about, talked initially about experiential marketing. We know that the trip begins the second our visitors arrive in this destination. And so in close partnership with Harry Reid Airport, we are creating some hacks for our visitors to immediately push out to social that they've arrived, that they're here for a fabulous weekend. That first image is our photo op that actually debuts on Fridays. You're getting a sneak peek of it. Additionally, we have taken over the second two images. We have taken over the rideshare, which, if any of you have done it, it's not the best experience. It's dark, it's dreary, it's very crowded, it's hot. We want to welcome our visitors from the moment they get here with a great experience. We are setting the bar of, this is a fabulous experience, this is what you can expect across the destination. So we have reskinned and revamped that entire experience. We will be giving out, cold bottles of water. We will be thanking our visitors upon arrival. We're giving them photo ops to push out to the world. We will have on big weekends like this weekend, Big Fight Weekend, we will have a local DJ there. So just creating the excitement and setting the tone of what they can expect. Additionally, from an experiential point of view, we have leaned in heavily to surprise and delight, to immediately showcase and thank our visitors. We are so glad they're here. Let's level up their experience while they're here. Let's immediately create this social, shareable information that they feel valued when they're here, because that is what this destination has always done so well. So our property partners, you guys have probably seen on social, have leaned into this in a big way. We are leaning into this in a big way. So we are doing what we call fabulous DM drops. So we have started reaching out to visitors, doing social listening. We see that they're either about to come or they're recently in market, and we are just upping the game for them and blowing their mind and showcasing them that we are so glad that they're here. Here's just one example.
Hi guys, if you're new here, I decided to take myself on a 21st birthday trip to Las Vegas.
I heard you're celebrating your 21st birthday in Las Vegas, and we want to make it unforgettable. Once you land, send us a message. We have some amazing experiences lined up, and we can't wait to celebrate with you. See you in September.
So not staged, reaching out, finding these moments where we can just expand and have an unbelievable moment for them that gets traction, grassroots, and spreads positivity across social. A couple more videos I want to show around. There's so many likes to this campaign.
Here are 7 of the most fabulous deals in Las Vegas right now. For only $300, you can book a 2-night stay with a $200 food and beverage credit at Flamingo, Harrah's, and The Link. And that includes the resort fees. If you're looking for something downtown, Plaza Hotel has an all-inclusive offer for only $125. And that includes breakfast, dinner, and bottomless drinks at select restaurants. MGM Resorts is offering exclusive summer room rates with up to $150 food and beverage credit. And did you hear about Virgin's 555 deals? $5 tacos, $5 Cuervo shots, and $5 blackjack. There's also $3 beers, $3 shots, and $1.99 margaritas at all Station Casino properties. Guy Fieri's Flavortown Sports Kitchen has an all-you-can-eat brunch for only $19.99. Or head downtown for a $15.99 prime rib dinner special at Tony Roma's. These offerings are for a limited time, but you can find more of them on the Fabulous Deals page at visitlasvegas.com.
So again, connecting the campaign full circle, a great experience, showcasing different accessibility points for every level of customer, tons of content. There is no shortage of unbelievable deals, but also value across the destination that we work hard to spotlight. And all of it drives back to our website, visitlasvegas.com, where there is a ton of content on value, fabulous experiences, fabulous deals, and just what you can experience and what you can expect to find across this destination. Those are just a few of, excuse me, the highlights that have launched. We have intentionally layered in major activations, major stunts, and major marketing components throughout the calendar year, this calendar year, to make sure that we are driving really exciting, positive headlines for the destination through the rest of this calendar year. So I look forward to coming back and revealing a few more of these things, but I don't want to show all my cards. But at the end of the day, our job is to make sure we're putting the spotlight on Las Vegas and making sure that everybody knows that this is the most spectacular town on earth, and we deliver on this. We always have, will continue to do so. But that is the point of this marketing, is to make sure that we are putting out that positivity around and reframing any potential negative conversations around this destination. So thank you for indulging me for a little longer than a few minutes, but it was important to show sort of the breadth of what this campaign is doing, because it is more than a single piece of content. Happy to answer any questions, but thank you guys.
Before we go on, are there questions? Anyone? Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. Appreciate that, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations on such a thorough and well thought out marketing strategy. It's a tough time. It's a tough time on this planet, just frankly. Congratulations to you and to our friends at R&R. You guys have just done spectacular work, and I know it hasn't been easy. So I got to tell you selfishly, I am most excited about the rideshare at the airport. I don't know about y'all, but that looks incredible. And you're right, you get one chance to make a first impression, and that's the portal. to it. So you guys are covering the macro level really well. From the micro level, I can see smaller things that we can all do, especially my team at the Vegas Chamber. Michonne and her team were gracious enough to share the marketing kit with us. And so from a smaller standpoint, we could, and maybe all of us in the community could lean in and share things, the value focus of our small businesses in town. Because I know I have connections with chambers of commerce across the country. They're always wanting to know, how are your small businesses doing? How can I, go see them as well when I come to your destination? So there are a lot of ways that all of us in this room can help really elevate and magnify what you're doing as well. But how much do you expect some of the upcoming events? We've got more Raider games coming, go Raiders. How do you expect those to impact visitor volume, and how will you factor those numbers into the KPIs?
Yeah. So thank you for that. I think first of all, I didn't mention the pre-road shows for this entire campaign, the toolkits that we sent out to all property partners and mission partners, because you're right, it needs to be amplified and embraced across the destination. And having multiple voices share this sort of united front is incredibly important to the success of the destination. And that has been going incredibly well, and I'm thankful that our property partners have leaned into it, and again, you're seeing unbelievable deals. So part of my job is also to keep a pulse on the broader narrative, and so that's why I really wanted to make sure that there is sharing the positive receptivity broadly. We are, the second part of your comment, we are thrilled about the calendar of events for the rest of this calendar year. This weekend, we have a global event going on. Last night, I didn't showcase some of the social content that was going on last night with the team, with doing sort of the face-off at the Bellagio fountains. There is a ton of excitement, and we will be on a global stage just starting this weekend alone. But it is like that every weekend throughout the year. So we're thrilled. Yes, I talked about some marketing stunts up our sleeve, but a big part of it, and will continue to be a big part of our efforts, is putting a spotlight on the events that are here. So yes, that will affect visitation for sure.
Again, this is super comprehensive, and I think you've done a really, really great job. A lot of times, our biggest advocates are the people we have living here. What are we doing to make sure that they are going out and telling our story? And has there been talk with the properties about the value they're giving to locals and making the locals have a great experience also, so that they can go and share the story? There's 3 million of us living here. So multiply that by everybody that everybody knows, and that's a huge opportunity to make a big difference, not only for the people who live here, but then for everybody they know that might come here and visit as well.
I think that's a great point. In the beginning of the summer, we had launched the destination-wide a locals campaign showcasing some of the deals that our property partners had for them. Something that I am most impressed by our properties is the ability to react and to lead their offerings. Understanding their different audience bases. I think we'll continue to see support from them in terms of new offers, but we will put a spotlight on anything that they bring to the table for us.
Anything more? Then we'll move along the staff presentation.
Great. Good morning, how are you? I'm really excited to share what our building sales team and our destination sales team has been really focused on doing, which is really driving meetings and events. And so we'll start with the building sales team, which is the team that is selling the convention center. And so over the past 2 months, this team has contracted 32 programs for the center, 5 of which are new to the LVCC and 4 of which are new to the destination. And some of the highlights from those bookings are that SHRM, which is the Society of HR Management, from their experience in Las Vegas, has come back and asked to do a 5-year rotation here in the city, which has 25,000 attendants for their conference. We've been able to retain the Health Fitness Association, who has been in this destination for years, but is moving from a partner resort to the center, and we've convinced them to commit for 2030 and 2031. In addition, we're really excited about a short-term confirmed booking, which is the Primerica Roadshow, and that's 20,000 attendees for next May, which is kind of out of our booking window this short, so we're excited about that. The destination sales organization, which is led by Rebecca DeLuca and her team, has had a really successful last 2 months as well. They've generated 529 leads for the destination, which is nearly 2 million room nights. Of those, they've converted 187 bookings, so definite bookings for the destination. And 51% of those definite confirmed bookings are actually new. And so that equates to a little over 219,000 definite confirmed room nights for the destination for all years. And then just to finish, the team has been on the road quite a bit with in-person client events. And so while the team has been really focused on making sure that we are representing our destination well to meetings and events customers, we've hosted our strategic partners like Conference Direct, HPN, as well as the ASAE CEO Conclave. We've also exhibited with ASAE annual meeting and Connect Marketplace, where we've had over 100 one-on-one customer client appointments. And finally, the team has also attended exclusive events like ELX Congress and SEMA Summit. And all of these events have generated RFPs for the destination that currently the destination sales organization and our resort partners are working on. And so I certainly look forward to sharing the success of those results in the future.
Thank you very much.
Any questions?
Thank you very much. Are there questions? Thank you.
Good morning, Chair Gibson, members of the board. Piper started her presentation this way, which is we have outstanding ambassadors, and we truly do. So it's my pleasure to talk to you today about two of them that I'd like to highlight and recognize. On Thursday, August 21st, at the conclusion of her shift, custodian Leticia Beasley observed her co-worker, Cecilia Catalina, who was choking and unable to breathe. Leticia immediately alerted service worker Dwight Beasley, who responded without hesitation and successfully performed the Heimlich maneuver. His quick action dislodged the obstruction. It was a cough drop of all things. Anyways, a cough drop allowing Cecilia to breathe again. Paramedics were promptly called to the scene, evaluated her, and confirmed that she was doing well. This incident highlights the attentiveness, the teamwork, and the decisive action demonstrated by both Leticia and Dwight in a very critical moment. Their response ensured Cecilia's safety and exemplified the professionalism and care that our ambassadors bring to work every single day. Both of them have been here for just about 19 years. Unfortunately, they were not able to be here today because they're on well-deserved time off this week, but we thought it important for the board to hear of their heroism and, again, their decisive action, and we'll be sure to recognize them internally as well once they return.
Thank you very much. Mr. Hill.
Chair Gibson, members of the board, welcome. Thanks for being here. As I opened my remarks a month ago, we were congratulating Summerlin South on their entry into the Little League World Series, and they went and won it. So we're excited about them, want to congratulate them. Understand they're going to be at the Raiders game on Monday. We're excited about that too. We're certainly excited about the Raiders winning their first game and their opportunity to advance that winning streak on Monday Night Football. I hope you can all make that. The Aces did call and say, hey, give us a call when you get to 14 in a row, as they're going after their 15th win in a row tonight. So we want to congratulate them on that spectacular run. Kate, I want to thank you for all that you talked about with the campaign. I want to add just a couple of comments. There's a difference between a brand campaign and the value message that we are delivering kind of simultaneously. A brand campaign is not something we do all that often. The last time we did this, I think it was in 2018. We've had some iconic brand launches and campaigns over the years. But brand campaigns are intended to last. They endure. They survive the atmosphere that you're in right now, the economic environment that you're in the moment. We are in a moment where the value campaign that Kate talked about is important. It's a message that we need to get across to all our potential visitors. And that value can be had for any level of budget and any type of experience. It is the entire spectrum of that value that we find across Las Vegas and is unique to this market. But a brand campaign is a statement about who we are. It has to be authentic, and there's nothing more authentic than what has been on the Welcome to Las Vegas sign for 65 years. It needs to resonate, and as I said, it needs to endure. It needs to be an appropriate brand regardless of what the environment is. And we know that Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas is that. And so we are confident about this campaign. It will last for years. We have a lot of ideas. Kate alluded to a few of them just over the next few months. But there are a number over the next number of years that we will continue to roll out under the umbrella of Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas. Kate alluded to, and I think Mary Beth and Mayor Romero alluded to, all the things that we have coming up in Las Vegas and the different touch points that we can have. But I just want to mention, I think we probably talked about these individually, but we are looking at, over the next 16 months, the best meetings and trade show calendar that this city has ever seen. We're excited about that. The events that we have coming up over the next 16 months is a compilation that I don't think we have seen in this destination. What you're going to see at Allegiant Stadium over the next 16 months, in particular as we measure it in calendar year 2026, is a level of events that we have not seen at the stadium yet. The stadium has way overperformed the projections that we made when we were looking at building Allegiant Stadium. But what we are going to see in 2026, I think, is going to set another record on top of basically doubling what we had originally hoped for. And the same thing's going to happen at the Sphere. The number of events at the Sphere is going to be 40 or 50% greater than it has been in the past. They are developing a portfolio of content that is going to be able to be shown more often, and they've got lineups of concerts that is going to be unmatched from previous years. You add all that together, and you got to be really confident about where this city is headed. We are still a Category 1. There is no place Las Vegas like Las Vegas, and we look forward to welcoming our visitors back to fabulous Las Vegas. And then just a couple other points. As you probably have seen, I've joined our international sales group in Canada a couple of weeks ago. It was an opportunity to go to Canada, listen to our partners in Canada, which are airlines, their tour operators, travel agents, and hear from them what the situation is there. I think everybody involved in that conversation realizes that Canada is not just our friend, it's almost like family. And we're going to work out the difficulties that we have with them. And I just want to thank our partners in Canada for hanging in there with us in this difficult time and helping to maintain the level of visitation that we have from Canada already. As we move into hockey season and winter season, I think we've become more and more attractive, and so we're looking forward to welcoming all of our friends from Canada back to the U.S. and to Las Vegas. And then lastly, I'm going to take the opportunity, we've hosted Routes World a couple of times here. This year it is going to be in Hong Kong. It's there in 2.5 weeks. I am going to join our routes and airline development team in Hong Kong to listen to what 40 or 50 airlines have to say about international travel. I think it's important. I know folks in Canada appreciated that it's not me, but my title shows up and here's what they have to say. I think the same thing is important at Routes World this year, and so I'm going to take the opportunity to join our team, and you know, does such a great job to hear what airlines are saying about international visitation to the U.S. and to Las Vegas. So look forward to reporting back on that in October. So, Mr. Chairman, happy to answer any questions, but we'll turn the agenda back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Are there questions or comments before we launch into the action items? Then we'll go to item number 1, the LVCVA exhibition booth construction.
Mr. Chair, board members, Fletch Brunell, Vice President of Marketing. Item number 1 is a request to authorize the CEO to execute an agreement with Connex Exhibition Services in the amount of $290,000 for the design and build-out of the LVCVA exhibition booth for World Travel Market London being held in November 2025, and authorizing any residual unexpended balances to revert to available general funds. As you know, WTM is a leading global event for the travel industry. During 2024, there were more than 50,000 senior industry professionals and international press that attended the event. For WTM 2025, we have 9 shareholders confirmed, including Caesars Entertainment, MGM Resorts International, Boyd Gaming, Fontainebleau, Hard Rock Las Vegas, Resorts World, Venetian Palazzo, Sphere, and Maverick Helicopters. I'm happy to answer any questions at the time and request your approval of this item.
If there are no questions or comments, I entertain a motion on this item.
Mr. Chairman, I do have a recusal statement on agenda item number 1. I serve as the Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer for the Boyd Gaming Corporation. Agenda item number 1 proposes an expenditure approval to Connex Exhibition Services for the design and construction of the LVCVA's exhibition booth during WTM London. Boyd Gaming may utilize the LVCVA's exhibition booth for supplier appointments and meetings, and thus it will benefit from the booth. The independence of judgment of a reasonable person in my situation may be materially affected by my employment with Boyd Gaming. Therefore, I will abstain from deliberating or voting on agenda item number 1. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Jan Jones Blackhurst. As a member of the board of directors of Caesars Entertainment, I shared the same potential conflicts, so I will be abstaining as well.
Thank you. There's nothing more. I'll entertain a motion. There's a motion for approval. Please cast your votes on item 1. And that motion carries. Thank you very much. Item 2, the Emirates NBA Cup sponsorship agreement.
Mr. Chairman, item number 2 respectfully requests that the Board of Directors considers authorizing the Chief Executive Officer and President to execute a sponsorship agreement with the National Basketball Association in the amount of $1 million for the Emirates NBA Cup to be held at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on December 14th and 16th, 2025. Las Vegas was honored 3 years ago when the NBA came to us with this fledgling product and knew that the best place to make it happen would be Las Vegas. This would represent the 3rd year of that relationship with the league, a relationship that's important to us as we look at things like Summer League and the amount of room nights that it brings in need period each summer. This event, the Emirates Cup, will be held, as I said, December 14th and 16th. It's estimated it will bring somewhere around 19 or 20,000 incremental room nights to the destination, but just as importantly, it will be streamed live on Prime Video, showcasing everything that the destination has to offer to millions of viewers around the world.
Questions? Comments? I'll entertain a motion. Please cast your votes on the motion.
Jones Blackhurst in favor.
And that motion carries. Thank you. Item 3, Las Vegas Kickoff Classic 2027-2030 sponsorship.
Bouncing from basketball to football, item number 3 requests that the Board of Directors considers authorizing the Chief Executive Officer to execute a sponsorship agreement with ESPN Productions in the amount of $2,650,000 to
to host the 2027 through 2030 Las Vegas Kickoff Classic College Football Games, say that 5 times fast, at Allegiant Stadium. Those 4 years represent a total of 5 of the best college football games that will be seen at the beginning of each college football season. Those games will take place on or around the Labor Day weekend, driving visitation over that important window. It's expected that they will draw close to 300,000 out-of-town visitors and generate approximately 215,000 incremental room nights. Happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, respectfully request approval.
Other questions?
Mr. Chairman, I do have a recusal statement on agenda item number 3. I'm the president and CEO of Allegiant Travel Company. Agenda item number 3 proposes expenditures related to the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic Games that will take place at Allegiant Stadium. Given we have the contract for the naming rights of Allegiant Stadium, the independence of judgment of a reasonable person in my situation may be materially affected, and therefore I will abstain from deliberating or voting on agenda item number 3.
Thank you. Anything further? I'll entertain a motion. Please cast your votes on the motion.
Judge Blackhurst, yes.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item 4.
Morning, Chair Gibson, members of the board. I'm Randy Shingleton, Vice President of Facilities. Item 4 is a request the board consider awarding contract for fire pump upgrade and central hall riser valve replacement to Desert Fire Protection, Las Vegas, Nevada, and authorizing the CEO President to execute an agreement with Desert Fire for construction services related to this work in the amount of $176,880. On April 21st, 2025, the LVCVA issued bid 25-4883 to upgrade and replace the fire pump and 2 riser valves in Central Hall. The LVCVA received no responses prior to the bid closing. After publishing its notice that no bids were received and no responses to the notice were received, the LVCVA requested quotes from 2 qualified licensed contractors for the proposed work. After reviewing both quotes, staff recommends awarding the project contract to Desert Fire Protection as the lowest responsive and responsible bidder. This proposed expenditure to Desert Fire Protection, combined with prior expenditures during the past rolling 12-month period, exceeds the CEO's signature authority and thus requires board approval in accordance with LVCVA board policy. The proposed expenditure also includes an $18,000 contingency to accommodate scope variances or unforeseen conditions during construction. Award is recommended to Desert Fire Protection in the amount of $194,880. I'm happy to answer any questions and respectfully request board approval at this time.
Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to claim the privilege of offering a motion to approve a mere $194,000? There's a motion. Please cast your votes.
Judge Blackhurst, yes.
The motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item 5 is a request that the board consider awarding bid 25-4897 North Hall N4 interior escalator and stair project to the Las Vegas Convention Center to DC Building Group, Las Vegas, Nevada, and authorizing the CEO President to execute an agreement with DC Building Group for construction service related to this work in the amount of $2,335,000. The North Hall and West Hall of LVCC are connected by the Paradise Bridge. Customers traveling between the halls do not have access to the ground floor of the North Halls from the Paradise Bridge. Instead, they must take a lengthy route to reach the North Hall ground floor. LVCC's full show organizers previously requested direct access for their customers between the Paradise Bridge and the first level of North Hall. In September of 2024, a temporary public staircase was installed for this purpose. Customer feedback on the temporary staircase was positive, and LVCC received additional requests for direct access from other building customers. Staff determined that escalators, in addition to the permanent staircase, would greatly enhance the guest experience for customers utilizing North and West Halls. On June 4th, 2025, the LVCVA issued an invitation to bid for the North Hall N4 interior escalators and stair project. The invitation to bid was posted in the Las Vegas Review-Journal and emailed directly to over 135 general contractors, subcontractors, and union representatives. A pre-bid conference was held on Monday, July 28th, 2025. We received 2 bids. The LVCVA Evaluation Committee, along with Miller and Ham Project Development, reviewed the bids and determined that DC Building Group's submittal was the most responsive and responsible. The proposed award aligns with project requirements, budget estimates, and industry standards. The proposal also includes a $233,500 contingency to accommodate scope variances or unforeseen conditions during construction. Award is recommended to DC Building Group in the amount of $2,568,500. Happy to answer any questions and respectfully request board approval at this time.
Motion for approval, please cast your votes.
Yes.
And that motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, as he leaves the podium, if I may interrupt, that will be the last time Mr. Shingleton comes with hat in hand before this board. He is retired from the CBA, headed to Missouri to join family and friends. We thank him for his 6+ years of service here, as well as several years of service to Clark County School District prior to the LVCBA.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I'll just say it's been a fabulous experience. Being part of opening the West Hall, the Vegas Loop, and then this renovation, it's been an awesome experience. I feel blessed for that. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, board. I appreciate the effort, and hopefully if you come out to the Ozarks, you can look us up. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Item 6.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. For the record, my name is Darren Davis, Senior Vice President of Guest Experience. I'm speaking today on agenda item number 6, which is an amendment to the Business Center Services License Agreement. We're asking that the Board of Directors authorize the Chief Executive Officer to execute an amendment to the Business Center License Agreement for a period of 7 additional months. FedEx Office and Print Services is currently under contract with the LVCVA for these services, with an agreement that expires on November 30th, 2025. We're asking that the board approve an extension to this agreement under the same terms and conditions through June 30th, 2026. The expiration date of the current agreement concludes during a time period of our high-profile events, including Live Design International, NFR's Cowboy Christmas, and shortly before CES arrives. In order to continue uninterrupted service to our shows, we're asking for this extension. The added time will also give us time to allow us to properly draft, issue, and evaluate a new RFP for this important service to our clients. We expect the RFP to be issued in January of 2026 with an effective date of July 1st, 2026, which would also coincide with the LVCVA's FY27 fiscal year. At this time, I would ask the board to consider approval of the agenda item. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you. Are there questions or motions? Please cast your votes on that motion. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 7.
Good morning, Chair Gibson, members of the board, Jim McIntosh, Chief Financial Officer for the record. Item before you is to authorize the CEO to execute a professional services agreement with Venue Technology Solutions in the amount of $262,000 for 1 year from October 1st to September 30th. Venue Technology Solutions provides a comprehensive digital content management service and hardware maintenance on over the LVCVA's 200 signs, which include meeting rooms and large format LEDs. Services include event scheduling, wayfinding, and other comprehensive playlist content. I respectfully request your approval. Happy to answer any questions.
Are there questions? Please cast your votes on that motion.
Jones Parkhurst, yes.
And the motion carries. Planning item 8.
Board members, board policy permits the retention of outside counsel firms with the approval of the CEO, but does require the board's ratification of such retention at its next public board meeting. Ogletree Deacons is a nationally recognized firm that specializes in representing employers on all labor law matters. They come highly recommended by our current cadre of outside counsel firms. Making contact with them, they are going to be a great asset for our team as we move forward with any
concludes our action items this morning. This is the final period of public comment. Anyone who wishes to come forward and make comment, please state your name, spell your last name for the record, and please keep your comments to 3 minutes or fewer.
Good morning, Chair Gibson and members of the board. Growing up in Las Vegas, I dismissed countless anecdotes about corruption. Throughout middle school, high school, and law school, my impression was that these anecdotes did not accurately portray our city. They were anecdotes of limited perspective. Today, sadly, I view things differently. As the whistleblower of LVCVA procurement irregularities surrounding a consulting RFP related to the 2027 college football playoff that was reinforced by excellent investigative journalism at lvsportsnet.com, I now wonder if a level of impunity is apparent in our public agencies and institutions. The speaker from the Raiders reminded us that Position Sports has not only been awarded a contract through the procurement process, but that the firm has also been awarded other no-bid discretionary contracts by the LVCVA related to college football. It is as if no other firms have the experience profile sufficient to support football events in Las Vegas. Member Seawald mentioned involving small businesses in the drive to keep our city's momentum. Member Romero asked about the importance of the local voice in promoting Las Vegas. I want to personally thank Members Seawald and Romero for their thought leadership. Unfortunately, it does not appear that small businesses and residents are part of the LVCVA success formula. The litigation and public campaigns initiated by small businesses in and around the Formula One loop is just one example of local and small business neglect. Something I have learned from decades of Las Vegas living is the overriding principle that the show must go on. Thus, I am here today to ask that you and your staffs keep an eye out for an email containing my feedback from the recent procurement experience, a perspective that cannot be expressed in 3 minutes. My feedback will be contingent upon a public records request surrounding the most recent RFP, which are not expected to be provided by the LVCVA until the end of September. Separately, I ask that you consider having a likely privileged conversation with your CEO about whistleblower funding surrounding the over 6-month-long procurement process related to the 2027 college football playoff. Being thrust into a whistleblower role is not fun. Frankly, it's exhausting and has obvious reputational impacts for my firm for future public and private business opportunities. Thank you.
Good morning, Shondell Newsom for the record, NEWSOME, founder and visionary of Some New Marketing, family-owned business, and a proud Vegas Chamber Board trustee and chair of the Small Business Task Force, which we are proud to say will be opening a small business resource center in the new city of Las Vegas district over there. So I just want to speak a little bit about a reminder that small businesses are essential, like Mary Beth and my mayor in Henderson, Mayor Romero, talked about. Just to remind that small businesses are essential to the Las Vegas experience. It is great to see how events like the HBCU Classic will feature local small businesses like Mariposa, owned by North Las Vegas native Devin Moore, who I know personally going to my church. It's good to see that small businesses and small business owners who live in our community, go to our churches, dine and go to our local restaurants. They are benefiting from some of the opportunities. The events downtown will be an economic boost to other local small businesses like Tap and Ash, Classic Jewel, and the Foreign Exchange Lounge, also owned by local small business owners who I know. I'm always keeping in mind that 98% of Nevada businesses are small. I'm also reminded that we employ 42% of the workforce. I said we, right? We employ 42% of the workforce. So being an employer is way different for us than those who are corporations. And it's not throwing shade on corporations, but understanding that we actually walk in the front door with our employees. We know their families. We get to watch their kids graduate from college. And we feel good that we can provide those resources and those opportunities for those families. We really enjoy having our local small businesses grow and thrive in the city of Las Vegas and whole in Southern Nevada. We want to thank you for your support, especially Kate. She does a great job of showcasing a lot of our local small businesses on many platforms. What happens behind the scenes that probably wasn't featured there is a lot of them get an opportunity to be on different shows that are cable shows or streaming shows, and they get the opportunity to showcase these local businesses. This has never happened before. You know, my friend Trina Giles at Grits Cafe, she was very excited to be on many of those different streaming shows. Many of the people like Devin will benefit within the local community. So just remember that we're here. We're not here with anything else but being a part of the economic and sustainability and growth of this great city and this great state of Nevada. Thank you.
Are there others?
Chair, Board, thank you for having me. My name is Stephen Spahn. I'm the owner of The Doyle, downtown Las Vegas. We're a small business that does events. We bring tons of business and tons of minority jobs to downtown. And I wanted to tell you about something really cool that's happening with Mayor Berkeley. We have a program called Fabric of the City where we have another organization called The Thread. And The Thread takes recycled materials from events like Super Bowls and things like that and makes clothing with kids. And we have a 7-week program called Fabric of the City. The Fabric of the City, we're making a jacket for Mayor Berkeley, and it will have the logos of like 140 businesses that bring together the city of Las Vegas. So what we're trying to do is spread some positive news in the midst of a lot of negativity. And our spokesperson is an 11-year-old by the name of Grace, and she's like, all these kids are so transformative. They are learning about sustainability, and the program talks about, it goes through not only fashion, but it also goes through sustainability and entrepreneurship and workforce development. So as we're trying to get other businesses to participate and get logos and things like that, a lot of times the kids will actually make some of the follow-up calls. And so they're learning about soft skills, they're learning about entrepreneurship, they're learning about creativity, and they're also learning about sustainability. So I think a lot of you guys know I've come before many other times where I'm a social practice post-consumption artist, so I do a lot of recycled material, taking recycled material, and we love trying to build community, highlight Las Vegas as a positive community-based space, and to help kids with a lot of these programs. So again, that's going to start October 8th. It's going to go for 7 weeks. And then December 14th is where the mayor will be wearing the jacket at the Doyle. And if anybody wants to participate, we'd love as much help as we could get from the LVCVA, because you guys are huge and we're very small. And so any help would be so appreciated. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? I'm sorry, but you had your time, and our rules don't permit you to come back.
I didn't state my name for the record.
Oh, well, we're anxious to hear it.
Yes. My apologies.
To correct the record, my name is Richard Manhattan with Properion, and I gave the first statement. Thank you.
Very much. There being no one else to speak during public comment, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for being here with us.